Hey guys, Kumi here, and I just got done reading this manga. Well, it's not done; it's still being being made. But I was reading it, and it was called like "The Strongest Hero Craves Revenge," or one of the various alternative titles. And I gotta say, I like it. I don't know. I always have like this weird taste for like edgy isekai revenge stories. But the one thing that really gets me, and I guess in in a bitter mood, is how people will always keep calling it just edgy, and like, oh, it's just edge for edge's sake. Oh, be careful. You gotta have some sandpaper for that edge. Oh, don't cut yourself on that edge. And I think to me, even though it shouldn't be that serious, in my case I take it like a big problem. But I want to just ask the dilemma. You know, it's just like, why? What is wrong with the thought of having revenge, craving some sort of justice in this world? Like when I read these kind of like revenge stories, people are all like, that's so edgy and just so not good, not morally good. But you gotta put yourself in the shoes of the protagonist. Like, like the one I'm reading. Like he was betrayed, he was framed for a massacre that he didn't even commit, that he had no aware of. And he was set up to fall every step of the way from the very beginning. A lot of people close to him either betrayed him, used him, treated him like trash, or had fates worse than death. So are you telling me the man's not entitled for some vengeance when he got a second chance to deal out the vengeance card? He's not being edgy. He's not going around assaulting people just for the hell of it. He's not going around, mutilating anyone that he deems unworthy. He's just killing all the wrongdoers, all the evil, So he's still doing good in his own little fucked up way. But no, people still gotta say this is edgy for edge's sake. This is just evil. This is like that one video game, Hatred, and that really makes me mad because again, it brings up the question: why can we not have edgy protagonists? Like, why can we not have that kind of edge? Like Guts from Berserk. I mean, if you look at the Black Swordsman and skipping, I think Black Swordsman all the way until like the recent arcs, or just skipping over the Golden Age. Pretty much everything that was like before and after the eclipse, Guts was pretty fucking edgy. He was edge for edge's sake for like half the time. Especially that special arc when he had that eye patch. He was, he wasn't hesitant to cut a man in half. But but we all know his reasons. He was traumatized. His whole life was nothing but trauma. The eclipse, him as a child soldier, and all his personal trauma, even with the whole Casca thing and Griffith thing, is in the same boat as the main guy. So why are we all acting like protagonists can't be edgy or can't have no sense of revenge? The thought of getting vengeance on the people who wronged you, the people who you called your comrades, the people you called your lovers, your friends, your family at one point, look at you and then toss you away like you was garbage, treated you like you was nothing more than a stepping stone, a plaything. And that's edgy? That's edgy because I want vengeance? Maybe because I'm the kind of person, deep down, I may be a good person, but I have this really twisted moral of like self-justice. I think back in my cringy younger days, I call it corruptible justice, where it's just like I'm doing good by punishing the wrongdoers, and not just like your regular everyday hero kind of shit, but just more like, no, in order to stop badness, we must permanently cure badness. We must purge the detestables, like all that kind of edgy chunibyo shit. But I still stick with it to this day about it. It's like there's nothing wrong with vengeance. Nothing wrong with going out of your way to reap what others have sown, to get your vengeance. I just can't imagine seeing someone being betrayed and then still have the balls to remain human and to remain and forgive and forget. I just can't see that. To be honest, it's frankly kind of boring. It's like starting out in Fallout New Vegas. In the opener, we got shot in the head by Benny. And it's just like, oh, you know what? I'll forgive Benny and keep doing my life as a courier. Nah, hell no. I got lucky with the fact that the bullet didn't turn my brain to fucking mush and then go kill Benny myself. Should have double tapped me like a damn zombie. But that's just me, It's just, I don't know. I think I personally just hate the beef. Oh, calling people who want revenge edgy because the hero is not out saving villages and helping the young, curing the ailments, defeating every monster. Instead, he's going out his way to go kill people who are generally evil and wrongdoers. He's going out his way to torture them, to make them suffer. I mean, you should really go read The Strongest Hero Craves Revenge. It is really good. Sure, to other people and the people who actually have taste will realize it's very edgy and very just distasteful, but I like it. I like the art style. I like how the panels are. I like the fights. I like the magic in the world as a whole. The main character is very entertaining for the fact that he's just psychotic as shit. There's a lot of good memorable characters. Characters, yes, who may be sometimes one-noted, but you definitely won't forget them. Like, if you see a picture of them, you'd be like, oh, I know that person. Like, I know who that person is. Like the princess, a major player in the manga. A major player. You'll never forget someone like her. Or like the priestess, don't forget her. Or his best friend, the archmage. Yeah, you can never forget a face like that. But I'm not letting you know now, the fucking deaths in this manga are so gruesome. I mean, I've seen some fucked up shit in my time when it comes to anime. I see my fair share of things that will turn any like novice anime fan away and just scar them for life. It'll probably turn mainstream niggas back into hating anime like they're a bunch of conservatives. But I'm telling you, there's a lot of fucked up deaths and a lot of fucked up torture in this shit. I mean, that's the part where I could say it gets a little too edgy for me. I know, I just spent like the first 5 minutes bidding it up saying it's not that edgy and it's cool to be edgy. But some of the deaths is like, holy shit, this is like a jigsaw like trap kind of death. This is like a jump scare kind of death. It's like what you see in Danganronpa if the rating ever went up to like mature or rated R. This is like, holy shit, what the fuck happened? I mean, there's a lot of touchy, subject matter in there too, so it's not just for anybody who can handle it, it's like one of those, you gotta have like a certain kind of like willpower to read it and not feel like, holy shit, this is hot garbage, but I can't stop reading it, I mean, it's like the first time I ever expressed like deep passionate for like manga, courtesy of my friend, my personal best friend. He got me into reading manga. He told me about manga decks, and I'm like, oh, I told him, like, on a regular conversation, like, I wanted to go read, mangas and stuff, but, one, I can't afford mangas because I'm a broke bastard, and two, I'm just too lazy to go pick up hard copies. And he's like, oh, go to Manga Decks. It's like a website you can go read mangas all day. Good mangas, spicy mangas, intensely fucked up mangas. It has something for everyone there, and I'm like, oh, really? It's kind of funny. I only got to Manga Decks was only because of One Piece, because he told me I should go there to go watch One Piece and to go read One Piece if I don't want to watch the anime. Because me like, fuck no, I'm not gonna watch the anime. It's like 1,000 million episodes long, even if I skip the filler episodes. He's like, go read the manga. I'm like, might as well, I still haven't done it. He's gonna be pissed when I tell him that, but I mean, he's pissed regardless. But I don't know. It's one of those. Like, I spit in his face, but yet I still shake his hand, because the fact that if it wasn't for him bringing me the Manga Decks, I wouldn't really discover this series, and by proxy discover more, shit that I wanted to read but never finished. Like Dead Man Wonderland. I mentioned this prior, I think before, that the anime was really cool and I like how it went, but I was sad that it never got a second season because the animation company went bankrupt. So like the series is just pretty much in like indefinite hiatus, but in the manga it still continue on. Hell, it finished, and I was happy to read and complete that. Honestly, I was fucking sad at the fact that it never got a second season. It never adapted the rest of this material, because it was good. The characters were cool. It was one of those. It was like another one of those edgy kind of mangas. It was edge, not for the sake of it, but like the environment. It was kind of like, I guess, like Dead Man Wonderland is like another product of its environment. Like, you had to be edgy, because I just can't imagine having like a slice of life moment at like a super death prison where criminals are fucking being murdered for sport and people just eat that shit up like it's a goddamn Disney World. I mean, the place is called Dead Man Wonderland. It's like a Disney World-esque prison. You watch murderers and probably petty criminals get decapitated for like $42.99 on pay-per-view. So it's just kind of like, if you couldn't be there in person, so it's just kind of like, yeah, I don't think there's gonna be any like casual slice of life moments here. It's just gonna be just like hardcore, just edge all around, deep grunge. but I don't know. I think that's kind of it. I just wanted to kind of express something like that. You know, I wanted to, like, to talk about mangas and shit. I mean, if this video blows up, I will happily keep talking about mangas and keep, you know, just keep going on and on about them. I fucking love them as a whole. So I'll be happy to keep talking about things I read. But that's gonna be it for today. I have been your host with the most, and until next time, I bid you adieu.